So we're going to look at multiplication today, and we're going to look at it in the simplest way that we talk about it with our students. So the most important main thing about multiplication is that multiplication is repeated addition. And this is something that if your student can understand this concept, it's extremely easy for them to be able to do multiplication. So when we look at a problem like 6 times 4, we're basically saying that we have one group of 4, another group of 4, another group of 4, another, and another. And that we are just adding those 4 groups, or those 6 groups of 4 together. So the big idea is that once we add those things together, we can just do that by counting in our heads. So 4, and then 4 more is 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Now, obviously, you need to be able to count by 4s, and that's a hard thing for kids. But if we can teach that idea to them and get them to practice that, multiplication becomes so much easier. Our second main idea, to go right along with that idea of repeated addition, is that the x in multiplication just means groups of. So we can basically replace the x in a problem like 3 times 7. We can replace that with 3 groups of 7. So just by completely replacing the x with the words groups of, it helps us see it better. So I have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, and then inside each of those groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By looking at multiplication this way, we can count, even if we don't know how to count by 7s, we can still count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we can find the answer even if we can't count by those numbers yet. Your student, by the time they get home today, should be able to do any type of multiplication problem if they were given enough time. So even though today was just our very first day, looking at a problem like 8 times 7, they could essentially solve this problem by replacing the times with groups of 8 groups of 7, so they could draw out 8 circles, and inside each circle they could do 7 dots, and I'm not going to do it all the way, but you get the idea, and they could add them up and count them. It really empowers kids to be able to see that multiplication isn't anything more than just drawing out circles and putting shapes inside of them. We're going to be really focusing this whole week on being able to understand this one concept, because if they can do this, they can do everything else that we're going to do. So, helping at home would be practice skip counting by 3s and 4s, those are the big ones, and then also showing them that any multiplication problem can be drawn out by replacing the x with the words groups of, and then drawing pictures.